Hi, I'm Taylor and I'm a sophomore at PLU. Like a lot of students, I went into college feeling like I absolutely knew what I wanted to major in. I knew I was going to be a biology major, I knew I was going to go to medical school, I knew I was going to become a doctor, and I knew I was going to like it. You can imagine my surprise then when halfway through the semester I began to doubt myself. Not necessarily my performance, but simply my ability to care about the classes I was taking. I loved my professors, I was doing fine in classes, but I couldn't shake the feeling that each of my classes was just a chore that I wanted to get done with as quick as possible. Even worse still was that I began to realize that as a biology major, the future didn't seem too bright in terms of my classes. Did I really want to continue on like this for another 3.5 years? Of course my answer was a resounding no. I discovered that in fact almost the entirety of the first year students hadn't figured out what to major in yet. I discovered that it was okay to not have all the answers to all of my questions, and that it was okay to take some time to do some self-discovery. Why was I forcing myself into a panic attack when I was only in my first semester of college? I decided to follow the lead of my friends and take as many classes as possible, and as many different subjects as possible. Luckily for me, I managed to get into a political science class named American Government during spring semester, where something dawned on me. While learning about the founding of the United States, my love from high school of history came back almost out of nowhere. Right away, I began to feel that sense of hope come back into my life. The thought of becoming a secondary school teacher had never crossed my mind until I spoke with some of my professors. I thought to myself, I can get paid to learn about my favorite subject and help other people learn and succeed in everyday life. Not to mention I can get 3 months out of the year off. Not too shabby. I finally began to feel like I had control over my future again, and with it, my ideas of resilience came flooding back. My future looked bright again, and less than a month later, I declared myself a history major, a decision that I couldn't have been happier with. I can't imagine myself being more thrilled than I am today. I was also proud of myself. I had finally gotten back to my old self, and with it, I felt an optimism about my future that had been missing for months. I completely relearned how to view every obstacle as a challenge to be overcome, not something to shy away from. By being persistent about my learning and trying out as many classes as I could, I was able to find something that truly interested me, and that I could see myself doing for a long time. That sense of zest that I used to have about my learning reappeared and hasn't left since.
Hi, I'm Stena and I'm a junior here at PLU. Ever since I can remember, I wanted to be a marine biologist. Being from Montana, this may seem a little odd, but I can easily blame my parents. Since they dove back in the days when taking shells and coral chunks was not restricted, I grew up climbing our living room shelves to check out their collections. Once I discovered my parents' old fish slides, I was all about giving slideshow presentations about all the fish and corals to my friends, and eventually my 3rd grade class. My parents are both medical professionals, and although they've never suppressed my love for the ocean, they've definitely encouraged me to take a more medical route to my studies. Although I've always been interested in marine biology, getting to the point where I'm truly seriously considering it as a career hasn't been easy. Coming to PLU, I was for sure I wanted to be a biology major. I just didn't know if I wanted to use it to be a doctor or to be a marine biologist. This uncertainty stemmed from the fact that I felt like I needed to do something helpful in the world, and being a doctor, clearly that's a good way to make a positive impact. I just couldn't find that in marine biology. I really wanted to find a way that marine biology could manifest itself as a meaningful career and not just an excuse to be in the water. I understood how it could be interesting to answer all these different ecological questions, but I just hadn't come across one that was particularly motivating to me. My sophomore year, I ended up taking marine biology, and I found that I really enjoyed it. I spent the summer trying out this new role as a student researcher, doing urchin disease and fish metabolism studies, and working with a team. I discovered that there was hope and meaningful application to my subject that I really loved. There was a way in which science could be more interactive, and then also more relevant to more than just scientists. As I continue to gain more experience in scuba and research, I continue to believe that I'm making the right choice. In addition to that, I feel like I'm making the most of my time here at PLU as a whole experience, which is more than just marine biology and inside the classroom. I've been doing emerging leaders, biology club still, I joined the STEP team, Sancta Lucia, and I'm very involved with all of my friends. And I feel like I'm really taking advantage of all my PLU opportunities.